Now let's add some more configuration to this environment. What we're going to do now is set up and configure and deploy the managed browser. Not the managed browser, but the Edge browser. And we're going to do the same for Chrome. We're going to set up and configure Chrome as a managed Chrome browser as well. So let's start in our admin console. We go to Devices, Windows, Configuration Profiles. Create a new profile by clicking Create Profile. For the platform, Windows 10. Profile type will be a template. And the template we're going to use is administrative templates. After selecting it, click Create. Give it a name. Then click Next. And here we're going to search for Microsoft Edge. Now, once we're there, you can see all the different options that you can configure. Now, this is a rather lengthy list. You can see it had two pages. So I'm going to search for specifically what I want to configure. So the first thing I want to configure is actually action to take. And we look for the device configuration. As you can see, there's two, but this one allows the user to override the setting. So we're going to set this setting for the device type. Click Enable, and on New Tab, we're going to just select New Tab right now. We're going to configure additional URLs later. The next one I want to take and configure. What I want to do now is configure the home page URL. And I'm looking for the device option. And this URL, I want it to go straight to Office. Click OK after setting the value. The next value I want will be the new tab page URL. Device option. And I want this to go to Bing. And the next one I want to configure is Sites to Open. To go to Bing. Now there's one other setting I need to set. And that will be this one. No. The new tab. To see, I want to show you something. To see the options that you have configured, make sure you have all settings selected. And then you can see here up on the state which ones are enabled. And if out of order, you can select sort to get them all to the top. Now, the option I wanted to confirm was this new tab. The home page or the new tab? Yeah, the home. Okay, go right here. The option I needed to make is open a list of URLs. And this list of URLs happen to be the list of real URLs that I identified earlier, but I'm going to leave that alone for now. Now select Next. Leave your default scope tags. And the group I want to target this to will be my corporate group. Select Next and create your profile. Now let's add Chrome to this environment. Chrome is a little bit more lengthy and requires additional configurations. So to start, I need to go to my downloads where I downloaded the Chrome bundle and access the ADMX templates. So let's start by opening up a file explorer. Go to my apps directory, Google Chrome, the bundle I downloaded, and the Google Chrome Enterprise bundle 64-bit. Inside of the configuration files, I have my ADMX folder. Inside of there, you will find the chrome.admx. Open this chrome.admx with a text editor. And I have to make sure I find a text editor, which will be a notepad, will work fine. Once it is open, copy the entire contents of this file and go back to your admin console. Start off by going to Devices, then Windows, and create a profile from Configuration Profiles. Click Create Profile. For platform, select Windows 10. Profile type, select Templates, and the template you want here will be a custom template. Once selected, click Create. Give your profile a name. After doing so, select Next. Now, for your OMR's URI settings, you're going to add a few here. So let's start by clicking Add. For my URI setting, the name that I'm going to use will be Chrome ADMX Ingestion XML. And the URI, I need a notepad to save my content, which is open already. That I will be using. And to paste that in a notepad so you can see what that is, it's this value right here. I will have this value and a link to the article with this information in the description. Next, for the data type, you want to select string. Then go copy the contents out of that ADMX file and paste the entire contents in this value area. Select Save, and we want to click Next and deploy this to our corporate devices. Then select Next, no applicability rules, and then create to create the profile. Now, we have one more profile to create that goes along with this in addition to configuring to manage the Chrome browser. Now, we're going to go back to Configuration Profiles, click Create Profile. Platform will be Windows 10. Profile type will be Templates. And this time we're going to use another custom template. Click Create. Give it a similar name, I would do so. Once adding a name and description, click Next. And for your URI settings, we're going to add a few here. Let's start by clicking Add. Now, the first one we want to create will be the Show Home button. It's the Show Home Page button. Give it a name. This is the home page location, which is actually the URL. Select a string, and the value here will be enabled and the home page that you want it to go to. Select save. Select add again. The next one is site process. This enables site isolations if you want to enable isolating certain sites that you want the browser to go to. String value, and again, just enable. Click save. Click add again. This will configure the application's locale. String value, enable, and give it the locale. Click save and click add again. Now we're going to edit and manage bookmarks. And again, string, and the value here, I'm going to show you this a little bit. The value here, I'm going to click save. The value I use here is this. I'm gonna wrap those wordings so you can see it. Now, as you can see, this is the data, what it is, bookmarks. Top level, this is what's going to show on the bookmarks bar. Intune Architects bookmarks, excuse me, Intune Experts bookmarks. Then the URL, this one is going to YouTube, the actual channel, and give it a YouTube name, and the syntax is similar all the way through until you get down to if you want to create folders within the bookmarks, you got to use brackets. So again, this will all be in the description below so you can utilize this, and a URL to Google's documentation so you can perform this on your own. Now let's continue. The next option I want to set is the new tab page location. Select add, give it a name and description. The URI to use, string value, and again, disabled and the path you want it to go to. Click save. And we're going to add a couple more. This one is configuring what happens when the browser starts. So on startup, I want to configure the startup option. Grab my URI setting and paste it there. This will be a string value again, and the value to use here will be enabled, and the user startup value of 4. Select save. Now I have to set the URLs for my startup options. That I'm going to use, string value, and a value value here will be enabled. The ID is the user startup URL's description and the location where I want the file to go to, the tab to go to, the startup option to go to for the first page that opens. Select save. Now I have to enable bookmarks. Even though I set the setting for what I want it to be, how I want it to be configured, I still have to enable it so that it will show up. Or the user will have to go into settings and enable bookmarks, and then they can see bookmarks. So we're gonna make that option show up. The URI to use, string value, and this is again just enable. Click save. Now, last but not least, I have to set the home page is new tab page option. And what this option does, or this CSP does, it enables the home page button when clicked to actually go back to the home page. If you don't turn this on, you'll click the home page button and it won't do anything. So I'm gonna click copy my URI, string value, and this will be set to disable. Select save. Now that I have my values there was a couple more I wanted to add. I'll add them later, but those were the extensions install allow list. Actually, I need to install that as well. Forgot. So that all of this will work. So I have to click add one more time, a couple more times. My URI. And enable for the string. Save. And I don't want to do the block list, so that's it. So now I'll click next. I want to target it to and the same group the app will be targeted to, and that will be my corporate group. Click next, no applicability rules, and click create to create the profile. All right, now let's look into some device status. Let's open our admin console and go to devices, and then go to Windows, configuration profiles, and then Edge browser configuration, device status, and we can see it's still in a pending state. Let's check out the machine and see if it has applied, but status hasn't yet got back to the console. And let's open up Edge. And there you have it. It opens straight up to Office. My new tab. Now let's open up Chrome. And there you have it, open up straight to Office. If I'm on another page, like Bing or Yahoo, I can click my home page button and go right back to home. So there you have it.